Okay, we're now starting part 2 of lecture 11. And when we ended up with part 1 of lecture 11, we were talking about these national air quality standards and just kind of looking at some of the pollutants. Now we understand where the carbon monoxide comes from, incomplete burning of fossil fuels. We understand where the nitrogen dioxide comes from. It's a secondary pollutant that's a result of the nitrogen monoxide reacting with the volatile organic compounds that are coming out of the tailpipe. Now let's take a look at ozone. Ozone is a nasty pollutant. As you can see here, the exposure rates are very low, so that means it's very harmful. And so let's take a look at where does ozone come from. So far in my combustion reactions, I haven't seen ozone as a product. So I want to know where it comes from. Now, first of all, we got to get our heads straight about ozone. You have probably heard of ozone and problems with the ozone layer, and the ozone's going away, and that's a bad thing. And right now, I'm telling you that having ozone is a bad thing. Well, it depends on where the ozone is. And as you may be aware, the atmosphere is divided into different layers. And right here you can see the layer of the atmosphere that we live in is called the troposphere. And the troposphere goes up about 9 miles up, well above the highest mountain. Okay, the troposphere goes about 9 miles up. Then the next layer is called the stratosphere. That's about a 20-mile layer above the Earth. And then above that even further is the mesosphere. All right, the ozone layer that protects us from harmful sun's radiation is actually a very wide swath of the part of the stratosphere. Okay, so the ozone that we're talking about right now is the ozone that exists in the troposphere, right down at ground level. All right, we're going to talk about stratospheric ozone next unit, and the value of the ozone in the stratosphere. Right now, we're talking about ozone that's created in the troposphere as part of human activities, especially the burning of fossil fuels. So we want to understand where it comes from, why it's a problem, so we can know how to avoid it and how to reduce the problem. Okay? All right. So we're going to talk about tropospheric ozone and why it's bad.